Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ. And looking at just how our team looks early on in the season, so we're 4-6. We're at about the fourth series in this year to start this year. So we're going up against the Mets and Noah Syndergaard. But let's just look around our team and how we stack up against the league. So if you look at each position, I mean, we are pretty bad. 27th in left field, 23rd in center, shortstop 29th, 22nd third base, 27th starting rotation, 28th in the bullpen. The only good spot in our at the MLB level is catcher. I mean, that's JT Realmuto. So man, we got a lot of work to do. So we kind of set a trade block. So right now I got Martin Prado and JT Realmuto on the trading block. Who should I go after, man? I need you guys, because it looks like I do need a shortstop. I need a third baseman. I need a lot of pitching. So we got to unload some guys. We got to build a little bit, because our team is pretty much, I mean, we probably have the worst roster in the majors, and Miguel Rojas is just not doing well so far this year. He's only had 5 hits out of 30 at-bats, and he's hitting 167. So, I mean, not impressive up to this point. Let's just look at the rest of the team statistics to go along with the faces. So let's just sort by average here. Let's see who's leading our team in average. 1 second, I just went over. Okay, so season stats. So JT Riddle right now, he's only got 11 at bats. He's leading our team. So let's go to people that have more at bats. So Cameron Maybin looks like he's leading our team in average for an everyday starter. He's only hitting 275, and then Lewis Brinson's right behind him, and he's hitting 262. So not too impressive here. Dietrich has an OPS of 827, which is pretty good right now, but he's hitting 258, so nothing too impressive. And Derek Dietrich is only 70 overall, so he's a guy that, you know, he had a good start. Remember, he had that walk-off, but anybody's replaceable at this point. Nobody's really doing too well. Lewis Brinson's doing actually pretty good, and so is Cameron Maybin. I like what they're doing. But we don't have many, threats on offense at all, and in the bullpen. So right now, I mean, we're going to try to target some guys. Who should we go after? Let me know down in the comment section who we should start going after, because we got to start building something. And looking at our AA system, if we go over and look at our minor league teams, the play has gotten underway. So if we look at some of these guys, Eric Torrijos, he's hitting 286, 21 at bats. Magneuris Sierra, he's hitting 278 at AAA. One guy to look out for, like I said, is Garrett Cooper. Watch out for him. 318 so far and 22 at bats. He's pretty close to the majors. I would say that I'd say a couple weeks away from making his debut in the majors. I definitely want to see him at the major league level, because he's got that power, something we don't have right now. We haven't hit many home runs, as you can see. A lot of guys, I mean, we just haven't hit home runs. Cameron Maybin has 1, Derek Dietrich has 1, Justin Bour doesn't have any, so, and then JT Realmuto has 1. So I think we might have the least amount of home runs in the majors right now. So the power is definitely something we are looking at. Let's look at some other prospects that we have in our organization. So Sean Little's only hitting 158. Remember, we knew he had a long way to go. Let's see if we can find the catchers here. So Chad Wallach's hitting 250 at AAA. Jacob Ingram, he's actually at single A. I'm gonna move him up, actually. And Ryan Bringer's at single A. I'm gonna move him up as well. Just because, look, they're younger, and we have a 28-year-old Austin Nola right now at the AA level, so we're gonna move them up. But let's just hop into this game, man. We're going up against Noah Syndergaard. Jose Urena, we finally get to see him pitch. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt this time. But let's hop into this action, man. Let's get it. Starting this first game out in the top of the third inning, Jose Urena pitching pretty good up to this point, but this time he's giving up a hit up the middle, so the Mets have a guy on first, and Michael Conforto's going to hit one over Lewis Brinson's head. That one's going to be off the wall and fielded and thrown in before the runner comes home. So now they got guys on second and third, and Cespedes comes up. So we intentionally walked Cespedes because if you remember last year in my franchise, I had no luck pitching against Cespedes. Every time I did, it seemed like he had a dinger. But look at Lewis Brinson, a base hit through the hole, and look at that. Try to throw the cutoff on that one, but I guess he wasn't in position, so Lewis Brinson just froze, and the Mets take the 2-0 lead. And to add on to that, they tack on another run, and with 2 outs, this is all with 2 outs, they get a hit to the left side, but that one's going to be caught that time by Derek Dietrich. So now we're on to the bottom of the 6th inning. Starlin Castro is going to keep his hot start to this season pretty warm, and he's going to get the hit to the right side going opposite field. But here's Lewis Brinson up to bat, a pitch in the dirt, but that one's going to get past the catcher that time. So now Starlin Castro moves into scoring position, but Lewis Brinson hits a hard liner off of the pitcher that time, but the pitcher does stay in the game. He checks out all right. So next up, Justin Bour is going to hit one deep to center, but that one's going to be right to the center fielder, but it's going to be deep enough to score the run. So we finally do get on the board in the 6th inning, but it might be a little too late because the offense is just not there for the Marlins early on in this season. But here is JT Realmuto. Remember, he is on the trading block. He has to kind of showcase his skills, and there he is hitting one into the gap. So now we got a guy on second base with 2 outs, but nice snag that time by the second baseman, and they get out of the inning that time. So they bring in Hanson Robles late in the game in the bottom of the 9th, facing Justin Bour, and Bour swings at some high heat that time. So here's JT Realmuto. Remember, he had that double in the gap a few innings ago, but this time it's going to be past the right fielder. It's going to drop in. He's going to round second, round third, heading home, going to try to score on this one, and that's an inside the park home run for JT Realmuto. And you don't see many of those in MLB The Show, but we got around the bases on that one. But it's a little too late. Derek Dietrich pops out to left field, and that's going to be it for this last game of this series versus the New York Mets. We go down with the loss versus Noah Syndergaard. He pitches a gem, and we couldn't do anything on offense. We're really going to be looking for some offensive help because we get 6 hits in that game. Noah Syndergaard only strikes out 3, so he didn't do too well. But we're on to the second game in this series, going up against the Yankees, and we're facing a former friend of ours, Giancarlo Stanton, and we're in his house this game, so on the road. And at his first at bat, he's going to hit a chopper over Dan Straley's head, and that one is going to be out for his first at bat versus his former team. But now we're on to the top of the 3rd inning. And here is Brian Anderson getting the bloop hit to the right side. So Lewis Brinson comes up, gets a nice pitch to hit, and he hits a liner over the shortstop's head. And now we got guys on first and second here in the 3rd inning, and Cameron Mabe is going to come up and whiff at that high heat that time. So Starlin Castro going to try to continue his hot season, hits a little dribbler up the middle. He's going to be safe, but look at Brian Anderson being aggressive, but he gets thrown out at the plate trying to be aggressive, and that's what you got to do versus a team you know that can produce runs. They got Judge, they got Stanton. We had to be aggressive, but now we're back up. No runs scored in this game up to this point in the 6th inning, and here's Starlin Castro getting the hit up the middle, and Justin Bour finally gets going this year, getting the hit to the right center gap, and Starlin Castro's going to round third, headed home, and it's going to be not in time, and Starlin Castro gets in to score. Justin Bour is finally hitting one hard for extra bases, and that's something we've been looking after. But on the next batter comes up, and look at this, man. We get caught in a rundown. We tried to tag up on that one. I didn't expect him to get up so fast, but Justin Bour with only that 20 speed cannot outrun the pickle that time. So now on to the 7th inning, and Dan Straley's pitching a gem up to this point, not giving up any big hits really. That time he's getting Stanton to strike out, and Didi Gregorius going to come up with 2 outs, and that one's going to be caught by Derek Dietrich. here to end the 7th inning. So we do bring in Kyle Barraclough to finish this game, and look at his first at bat. His first batter face is gonna be Judge, and he walks Judge. So now they got a guy on first here in the bottom of the 9th, and he walks Stanton. So Stanton and Judge both get on base with Neil Walker, the former Brewer, actually coming up to bat, and Barraclough throws one to the outside, and that one's gonna be just down the line inside the chalk on that one. Derek Dietrich's gonna run into the wall, get it into the cutoff man. And look at this, Stanton gets his revenge. He gets in for the game-winning run, and he slides in safe. And, man, I mean, I bet you Stanton's feeling good after that one, getting a win versus old team, and at that, getting the winning run. And Neil Walker does his thing. And that's kind of a waste of game by Dan Straley. He barely gave up any hits in this game. Pretty much getting Stanton out, getting everybody out, and it just comes back to bite us in the end. We need to work on, get some offense. We need to get going. I swear, I mean, we're just not producing any runs. No power hitting at all is going on. Justin Bour did have a double in this game, but that's like the best we've really done. I mean, we haven't got many extra base hits. We don't have anybody to steal bases, so we're gonna have to make some adjustments coming up. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's go.